people really understand the brand and come by and see us. But I think that that's most important is, really put your brand out there and your brand's personality and just have fun with it.
So obviously your company has a booth coming up at the Expo, and I just wanted to segue to talking about the Expo, and if you don't mind, just your company's lessons about trade shows in general. So as a business owner, what in your opinion makes for a successful trade show?
Oh, well, I mean, first of all, taking the step to take the risk to be there and, have your branding there and be open to meeting, consumers and obviously, hopefully buyers in the trade. And, we try to make it fun. So we serve cocktails and we're going to be serving espresso martinis today. Yesterday, we served margaritas and we had a speakeasy happy hour, and it just, helps people really understand the brand and come by and see us. But I think that that's most important is, really put your brand out there and your brand's personality and just have fun with it.
I love that. I love that. And I've been seeing a lot of the activity from your booth, and clearly people are loving it, and you're getting really big crowds. So that's fantastic. And clearly your fan base is showing up, and you're bringing in new fans every day as well. So you have this new natural line of margarita mixes and naturally sweetened syrups. Can you share a little bit about the inspiration behind the line and how you chose to develop it?
Yes, of course. So our consumers have, we, like I said, have a great relationship with our consumers, and they ask for it, and we typically, we listen, we do a lot of innovation, we launch a lot of flavors, and our fans really asked for this and really wanted it, and obviously it was a trend that wasn't going away. So that's where it came from, and it's really done well. We've got into Target with this line, and it's selling very, very well. And that's basically it. We take a lot of pride in listening to what our customers want, and this is what they wanted.
Outstanding. Yeah, no, I really do admire from the Facebook group through this just how much you and your brand do listen to your fan base, and apparently you're out there creating exactly what they asked for, and that's very, very admirable. I'm not sure if it's a scientific question or not, maybe a kitchen question, but can you talk a little bit about the development process, about how you actually create these amazing flavors once you decide the direction you're going in?
Sure. So we have several partnerships with different food labs, beverage labs, and it's a process where we start by verbally explaining to them what we're looking for, and it kind of starts there. We have a big panel, and we company we started come at the company basis, and we just do a lot of tasting, and it often takes quite a bit of time because we take a lot of pride, of course, in making sure it tastes exactly what we were visualizing, and go from there. I mean, we can come up with anything from mermaid to unicorn, and we have these great relationships with different food labs across the country, and they make it happen. So it's just a slow, methodical approach of starting at the ground floor with the company, and then we have a larger tasting panel, and go from there until we find just the right mix.
That's incredible. In general, is there a common timeline it takes to get from concept to finished product, or do different flavors have different timelines?
Yes, it varies widely. I mean, there's been times where, it could take a couple months to it can take over a year, but I'd say, somewhere in between, probably on average about 4 to 6 months.
Wow. And just out of curiosity, I think obviously your finished flavors are all amazing, but are there a few or even several examples of flavors where the concept sounded interesting, and then by the time you were working on it months later, you just realize, wow, either this flavor isn't going to work out, or we could enhance in a different way? But is there a lot of trial and error, and is there a lot of starting off with, let's say, 30 flavors, and then you find out that several of those just they're not as strong as we hope they would be? Does that happen, or do you find a way to make that flavor amazing?
Oh, it happens all the time. I mean, I think, especially in the beginning, I mean, we're innovating constantly, and, trends change fairly quickly. And I think we've been fortunate with the robust website where we can test things quite easily and pivot easily has allowed us to launch so many flavors. So, I mean, there's been a lot of opportunities, and where, yes, we've launched things. I mean, we've launched everything from popcorn to cold brew, where, by the time that it launched, we decided to pivot quite quickly, and not continue to pursue it, and really focus on something else that's on trend at that time. I mean, I think being a small company and be able to pivot, we can really stay on trend. So it happens quite frequently. Yes.
And one last, sticking on margarita mixes for just one more second. Are there any teases as to what flavors might be next or might be in the future?
Well, at the show here, we're launching four new of our naturally sweetened flavors. So we're launching French vanilla, caramel, peppermint mocha, and pumpkin spice. And, maybe some new seasonal offerings after that. But I mean, we're constantly innovating, constantly looking at new categories. So, I mean, there's not going to be any shortage of anything new yet to come. But for now, that's, what we have in the pipeline. But yes, many more new exciting launches for 2020, the end of 2023 and 2024. I don't know. I can let Dana chime in if she wants to add anything else to that.
Yeah. So we have, so Jordan shared four that we're really focused on and will be big entrants for us. And so those are our features, but just to show the breadth of kind of how fast and quick this Skinny Mixes innovates, we've got 20, I think 3 more flavors coming out from May onwards, not including those flavors. So we are rapid fire innovation and constantly coming out with new flavors. Some are limited time offers, right? Some are just very seasonal. And our consumers love it because it creates a really huge demand when they're launched, and then they sell out and we move on sometimes to the next thing. And then other flavors just do incredibly well, and we decide to put them into the everyday portfolio.
That's incredible. I love the innovation.